Good morning, guys. Even though it's not wrong, it's actually half till noon. It's a cloudy day. I don't know what temperature it is. But Ray and myself this morning, I was 193.2. So that makes 9 ounces down. 9 ounces down. And I want to tell you something that I discovered. What I discovered is that, well, for one, God is showing me things as I go. He is showing me things as I go. And I made a very wonderful, nice discovery yesterday. What I had to eat was, I had a Lunchable, and I had a smoothie. It was a fruit smoothie. And when I tasted the fruit smoothie, I mean, it was 100% juice, no additives or anything, no sugar added. It was all natural. And when I tried it, it was too much. So I only managed to drink not even hardly half of the bottle. And then, now mind you, if I remember right, it was only a 16-hour fast yesterday. And then 3.5 hours later, I cooked. And it happened that my husband's day off was yesterday, so I fixed us Italian flavored chicken tenders, which I just took the Italian seasoning that you can turn into dressings or use in recipes, and I just marinated the chicken for about an hour in the powder that I had put water in. So I allowed that to marinate, and then I just boiled it down in a skillet, and had mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes, and I had steamed broccoli with butter and salt. And the flavors were very satisfying. And I also made myself a cup of joe with the shoes and socks on, which, for any of yins who watch this for the first time, don't know what socks and shoes are, that's cream and sugar. So, the dinner was so very satisfying, full of flavor. I had one tender and not even a 1/4 cup of potatoes, just a little less than a 1/4 cup, and about a whole cup of broccoli, which actually is probably closer to a cup and a 1/4. But anyway, it was satisfying. I was very satisfied with it. And I didn't get full, but I was satisfied. I didn't feel my stomach stretching or anything. It was a satisfaction. A real satisfaction. And I felt so satisfied, and yet that there was still capacity in my stomach, so I asked my husband if we could go out for ice cream. Well, he said he wasn't hungry, that he was quite satisfied. I told him, I said, well, I sure don't want us to go and cause you go into reverse. So I said, we'll just not even go. And his good buddy from Boston, Massachusetts sent him a message because, and this is the good news, When we went to the hotel, we had gone for him to take sanitation classes in order to be promoted to team leader in his work and his job. And so he had gotten his test results and he passed with a 95. The majority of the subjects that he had done the test on, he made 100. In just a few of them, he made less than 100. The smallest score he made was an 89. So my husband passed with a 95. He gets his sanitation certificate. So anyway, his good buddy from Massachusetts texts him and says, "That is great news. What are you going to do to celebrate?" And I mean, this was hardly 5 minutes after I said, "Well, forget it, we just won't go for ice cream." And my husband said, "Well, that's it. My buddy's telling me we need to go celebrate, so let's go get some ice cream." And he texted his buddy back and told him that we was going to go get some ice cream. And his buddy asked if we was just going to bring a bucket home. And he told him, "No, we're going out." So, but this is just the thing. I had so much satisfaction with my meal, and I was not full to being stuffed. I was comfortable. I was very comfortable. So I got myself 2 scoops of ice cream, and I didn't even get full with that. And it was a wonderful feeling because the one thing that I had forgotten was to just stop at satisfaction and not to overstuff, not to overeat. And for the past few weeks, since Christmas actually, I had been eating just above the capacity of full. And I told the Lord the other day I'm wanting to be a thin eater, which means me eating even less. And so the way that I felt yesterday, it was a wonderful feeling. And I lost 9 ounces, even though I had 2 scoops of ice cream. I lost 9 ounces. That right there tells me something else. God is showing me little by little as I go on this journey. And that's what I was telling you yesterday, that He's my coach, my trainer, my counselor. He's my best friend. He's right beside me every step of the way. He wants to see this success. And so by me trusting Him, He's showing me. So I can't get over it. I can't get over it. That was the feeling that I was getting when I very seriously started doing the Way Down within the 3rd month of the Kicking It series. It's the exact feeling. And I'm going to tell you this, it does something mentally. There's no guilt whatsoever. It's a great feeling. It's a spiritual high feeling, because you know that you didn't stuff yourself. So, and something else that I'm noticing is that when you eat with hunger and fullness only, and you're not binging and stuff, your body automatically starts cueing you in more to what is labeled nutritious. So like for instance, what I've been eating is the majority of protein and carbs, the majority of. And the highest percentage happens to be carbs, according to, I still don't record what I eat. I still don't do that. But on occasion, just to see where I'm at, I might go on ahead and list what I ate for the day on Fitbit. And so according to the macros, yes, the highest percentage is carbs. And then the proteins and the fats are much smaller. But nonetheless, my body it greatly enjoyed the broccoli. Seriously enjoyed the broccoli. For real. So that's the one thing I'm noticing, that by me going through hunger and fullness, and me making sure not to buy junk food, because I'm not buying junk food, even though people would consider processed foods like what I'm getting to be junk food, but it's not. I mean, y'all can think that if you wish. To me, it's food, and it's what I enjoy. But I do notice that my body is cueing me in on just having a greater variety, so to speak, so that I'm getting more of a fulfillment without being stuffed. I guess that's a good way to say it. Last night I even tried to convey what I was thinking to the Lord, and of course He knew what I was trying to explain, but I was trying to figure out a way to explain it. I knew what I was feeling, I knew what I felt about it. So it's just, I'm still discovering things. We're going, day 150 will mark a complete 5 months. And I'm still learning. And you know, the Weigh Down, it doesn't give you food restrictions. It doesn't. But the body does tell you what it needs the most of, and that's what Gwen said. Just pay attention to what your body is telling you, and it will tell you what it needs, what it wants when it's hungry. So I am so very happy for what I discovered yesterday, and the feeling it gave me. And I want more of that. I do. I want more of that. And that is what I'm going to be aiming for when I am hungry. That feeling is what I'm going to be aiming for. So, now to get on to some cooler news. I mean, what I told you is pretty cool, awesome, terrific. Praise be to my Father God. Completely praise to Him. But now it just keeps getting better and better. It keeps getting better and better. So, I noticed this morning that my husband's stomach is smaller. It's smaller. Now, of course, he's got the long hang in the front because he used to be close to 300 pounds. So he's got that hang in the front, but his stomach is getting flatter. And I told him, I said, I want you to weigh yourself. So he did. And he is now down to 242. Now, when we first started this for him, when he decided to give this a shot, he started at 252. So that's 10 pounds in like 2 months, around about 2 months, almost 3 months for him, more like 2.5 months for him. Now, why he hasn't lost more is because he's not completely doing it the way I am. Not all the way. And because he's got the odd work schedule, he doesn't eat very much in the day, but when he comes home at night, he usually, by the time he gets to bed, because he's one of those, he can't sleep. He can't get right to sleep. He struggles with sleep, with insomnia. So from the time he gets home from work, which is anywhere from like 11:30 to 1:30 at night, By the time he goes to bed, he will have ate anywhere from 1 to 2 meals by the time he gets to bed. In part making up because he only most generally eats once before he goes to work, and then he eats once on break. So, but the last few days I've been watching him closely, and he's eating less. He's actually able to put away what's on his plate. Whereas at one time I would see him eat so much, and now he's able to put away what's on his plate. Yesterday morning he had fixed himself 2 pieces of toast with scrambled eggs and his hot sauce. And he loves eating that. He loves eating that. And used to, he was able to put those 2 pieces of toast down with the eggs. He puts the eggs on top of the toast, and then his cheeses and his hot sauce on top of that. So he makes himself a nice little stack. And in the past he would eat that, and then like an hour later turn around and eat something else. And this was in the past. And I would marvel, how could he possibly be eating? He just ate. Well, now he's not doing that. He'll eat once, and it's a few hours before he eats again. And yesterday, for the first time, I saw him, he threw away 1/3 of those 2 toast and scrambled eggs. He threw away 1/3 of that. He's eating less. He's eating less, and when he does is further in between. His glucose numbers are coming down and staying down instead of elevating and then coming down and elevating and coming down. They're coming down and staying down. Like a few nights ago, he texted me, because by the time he gets home I'm already asleep, so he usually leaves me a message to read in the morning. And a few mornings ago, when I opened up my text, he had told me that his number was at 133. There was a time that this man's numbers was over 200. There was a time when his numbers was over 200. And it's a wonder he never went into diabetic shock or coma. So that is a giant drop right there. A giant drop, and his numbers are continuing to come down. So like, even though he has only lost 10 pounds, he's doing better with his eating pattern. And I look forward to weighing him again in about another month and seeing where he's at. And for when he tells me once again what his sugar is, because he doesn't check his sugar every morning. He doesn't do that, but when he does, the numbers are so much better. So I am looking as he continues this. And he told me that what goes through his mind is that when he gets hungry again, he'll just be able to eat again. And that's what's going through his mind. When he's eating, he's thinking, well, if I get hungry again, I'll be able to eat again. That is a complete attitude change. A wonderful attitude change. So I'm looking for it to just get better and better for him, because slowly, for him, it's a very slow process. What's going on in his mind and his eating, it's a very slow process. Slowly, his attitude toward food is changing. Slowly, it is changing. And I do not want to do anything to cause that to be messed up. Now, this shirt, a great blessing from my husband. And the way it goes, this is going to be a long video, and I'm sorry, but some stuff to share. This shirt reads, Jesus is my lifesaver. Now I know it looks like a roll of Lifesavers, but it isn't. It just says, Jesus is my lifesaver. This is my blessing from my husband for doing such a great job on losing weight. This man is such a blessing, and he is so proud of how well I'm doing with losing weight. And so this is my gift. Plus, he ordered me 26 tubes of lipstick. Oh my goodness. Now, 75% of the colors I'll be able to wear because I like the colors. The other 25% I'll probably try to give away because I won't wear them. There's black in there. You'll never see me wear black lipstick. I've got on black polish, but I painted over top of that black a rainbow sparkle so that it's not completely black, because I don't go for the black. I'll wear black clothes. I love black clothes, but I don't like black makeup other than eyeliner or mascara. So anyway, I don't hardly get to shop for myself because he's right there on it. I have to be careful what I tell him that I need, because if I even breathe a word of what I may be wanting or needing, he's on it. And I keep telling him, stop buying for me. So if any of you have got a husband that jumps on it to buy something for you, don't say a word. Hopefully they'll stop. Especially if you're overflowing to the point that you have no place to put anything. He also got me a book. It's got 4 volumes in it. It's condensed into one thick book. My husband, I love him. He's a blessing. He really is. Even though he's an overwhelming blessing, he's a blessing, and I love him. So, I know this video has been long. I'm very sorry about the length of it, but I just had some things to share with you. He wanted me to be able to share about this shirt. So, and I wanted to share about how he's doing on his little journey, which, like I said, is slow, but he's doing better all the time. So, yes, things are coming along, and God is wonderful. So to all my new subscribers, thank you and welcome to my channel. I love each and every one of yous, even those of you who aren't subscribed to me. I love yous. I will see yous tomorrow. Have a great day.